Welcome, Brainiacs. Get ready to have a mind-blowing experience. Join us on the night before New Comic Book Day. We will unveil the freshest, most ingenious new comics and graphic novels. You'll see superheroics, fantastic antics, and mind-bending stories from all genres. Watch for our picks of the week and stick around for info about upcoming events in and around the store. And now it's time for BrainScan. Quietly.
Hey everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of BrainScan. We're here at Green Brain Comics. We will scan our shelves and show you all the new books hitting the Rex this week, Wednesday, April 16th, 2025.
Woo!
That's right. That means today's tax day. So hopefully you guys all got your taxes done on time or filed for deferral. Extension. Deferral. That doesn't make sense. Filed an extension and just kick that can down the road. Either way, tomorrow is the 16th. Tax day is over and it's time to look at some new comics. Hooray!
Woo!
I am your host, Katie. We have Monty on the live chat. So Be sure to chime in if you are watching us live and let us know what you are excited about this week. And of course, if there's anything that you would like set aside in your pull bin, be sure to keep it to just this week's items, please. We also have Cameraman Dan.
Here I am, folks.
Chiming in with the fact checking and other important information that I may forget in my whirlwind run through the store here.
Hooray!
Hooray! All right, are we ready?
We're ready.
Without any further ado, let's get ready to look at some new comics. Woo!
We got so many new comics. We're going to start off
New comics.
a little mid-tempo right here. We're starting here.
Might as well start over here. On our middle grade section, we do have a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Turtle Power Pack, Volume 2.
Hooray. There it is.
Is that reprinting some turtle books? Some turtle singles? Or is it
yes.
OGN?
Yeah, that is more animation-based turtle stuff.
Nice. Fun. Good all ages turtles fun. And then over here on our all ages shelf, we do have a new graphic novel from Michael Emberley entitled Nightlight. Oh, he's a Theodore Seuss Geisel Award winner.
It's very cute.
Great
I
job.
like the art. It's
Nice.
very nice.
Very cute. And that is over here on our all ages shelf. And then we're gonna scooch on out of the kid section. And nothing new in our regular manga shelf, but we do have an item new over here in art books, although it is on the slow boat. As per usual, there's just a couple items this week that are coming in late, and we are expecting it tomorrow. It is just a reissue of the Robert Crumb sketchbook, Volume 1 from 1964 to 1968.
Yeah, just a few things hitting the shelf late tomorrow, but they'll be here.
And then we do have one over here on our mature manga section, and that is Drifters Omnibus Volume 2, which I believe reprints 3 volumes. Yes, so that would be 4, 5, and 6 of the regular volumes, all in one big chunky boy. Over here.
Quite a big old chunk.
And then that leads us into our original graphic novel section, or OGNs for short. Monty, would you like to tell us all about the original graphic novels?
While Monty's coming over, I'll just say hey to a bunch of folks in the room. We got Mike, we got Ray, we got Eddie, we got everybody, we got James, we got all of our pals.
Oh.
Thanks for hanging out.
Hey, James. Hey, everybody.
Hey, Monty.
All right, let's look at our original graphic novels for this week. First up, we have The Freak by Matt Lesniewski.
Yeah, this has been out of print for quite a while, and this is its first time in hardcover. This features all black and white pages from Matt Lesniewski, a very weird version of Jeff Darrow with lots more deformities. Fun.
And next we have Goes Like This by Jordan Crane. This book is a collection of their short stories, their anthologies, their self-published zines, all put together in this volume for the first time. I think it's a few decades of work. It's really cool art inside this book. And, of course, Sean, it's got to be his pick of the week.
All right.
Woohoo!
Yeah, cool looking book.
Very cool. Hey Mary by Andrew Wheeler and Rye Hickman. This book is about a young adult who is trying to answer the question as to whether or not he can be gay and Catholic. He tries to consult his priest, a local drag queen, and various saints, but eventually it just comes down to his own personal judgment for himself.
And that is from Oni Press. Yeah,
Oni
Andrew
Press.
Wheeler, Rye Hickman.
John Muir, To the Heart of Solitude.
This is a new hardcover original graphic novel from NBM.
And, John is considered one of the first ecologists. He was a huge, cheerleader for the national parks. Father of the national parks. And so this tells a story of him and his travels in nature, and it is Katie's pick of the week.
All right.
Woo!
Beautiful book.
Very cool.
Very nice. And nice and cool.
And finally, we have Punk Rock in Comics by Nicholas Finet and Thierry Lamy.
That was my pick of the week runner-up.
This is Katie's pick of the week runner-up, if you didn't hear her say that.
Between nature and punk rock.
Nature, punk rock, ooh, two of Katie's loves. For sure. This book gives a decent general overview of UK punk history and New York City punk history. Yeah.
With a little bit more of a European sensibility to the storytelling.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woohoo! All right. That's what we got.
Yeah, that's everything over in original graphic novels.
Yep.
Didn't see anything in romance or Euro this week.
Nope.
But I'll follow you around to the front counter so we can talk about a couple of art objects.
All right. Ooh, art objects.
Ooh, objects du art.
Ugh.
Bleh.
First up, we have Pop Manga Postcards by Camilla Derrico.
This is a box set of 100 separate, loose, surreal postcards featuring the art of Camilla Derrico. Yeah, cool stuff.
Colorful. And then
I bet Shay would be picking that.
Shay might be picking this, yeah. Pop Manga Stickerology by the same artist. 250 plus. Various stickers.
They look so good.
They're cute and quirky.
They're cute and colorful and quirky.
And you can put them together with your own art.
I want a little rainbow kitty like this.
Oh, there's a rainbow
Do you
kitty.
see the rainbow kitty with the very short little legs?
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
Oh, that's severely mutated. So those will be up at the front counter for you.
Yes.
Looks like Katie's otherwise disposed, so we're going to move right on over.
I can jump in.
Katie's coming.
Okay, here she comes.
Here you
I'll
go.
just keep looking for cute emojis all day long.
Thanks, Monty.
Thank you, Monty. All right, and now we're going to jump into our periodical wall, starting over here in our horror section with Buried Long, Long Ago, issue 1 of 5.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the writer Anthony Cleveland, but it has interior art by Alex Cormack. It's brutal.
Ooh, we got Dick Tracy number 9 for the crime part of the horror and crime shelf. Hack Slash Body Bags number 4 of 4, wrapping up this miniseries.
Yeah, it was cool to see Body Bags back in print.
From the World of Hellboy, Shadow of the Golden Crane, number 3 of 4. And while it is the penultimate issue of this 4-issue story arc, it is part of the ongoing Hellboy series.
That was a little bit anticlimactic.
Well, it's because it's only number 3. The Hive number 3 also drops this week.
Mm-hmm.
As well as Mine is a Long, Lonesome Grave, number 3 of 4 for the penultimate issue of this miniseries.
Sounds like he's bragging.
Sure. I just don't know how your grave is long. Are you really tall? And wrapping up our crime horror shelf with Sister Imperator number 2.
This is from the world of Ghost, that heavy metal rock and roll band who has a main character named Sister Imperator.
Nice. All right, that wraps up the horror crime shelf. Now let's see what's new over here on our sci-fi shelf with Flash Gordon number 8.
It's a cool cover.
Mothra, Queen of the Monsters number 2.
This is a fantastic new series written by Sophie Campbell with the majority of the interior artwork done by Matt Frank, but Sophie Campbell does this cover, and there's an occasional page in there as well.
Nice. It's really cool. And, of course, it was so nice. Monty picked it twice. It is Monty's pick of the week again. Woo! So good. Ah! Ooh, also the new this week is volume 2 of the Saga reprint in the shorter cut size. What are they calling this in Image?
I think they're just calling it New Edition.
New edition. Cool it now. All right. Everybody likes those little compact cut sizes. Now you can get Saga in that little shorty guy. Also new this week, Star Trek Defiant number 26. Part of the Lore War. It's part 2 of 5 of Lore War.
Which started in this one shot last week, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we should put them the other way around.
Okay.
Part 1 and then part 2. Look at that. Bam-lam. That wraps up our sci-fi shelf. Now let's see what's new over here in our indie superheroes and action. Starting with Gotcha Man, Only One Earth, number 3 of 4 for the penultimate issue of this miniseries as well.
They just announced the next miniseries after this series. It's called Gotcha Man, Gotcha Nose.
Moving on. G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. Following this series of Silent Missions one-shots. This one featuring Spirit.
Written and drawn by Leonardo Romero. Yeah.
Got a couple reprints here in the Ghost Machine imprint. We got Hyde Street numbers 3 and 4, both of them with a second print.
Yeah, cool covers too. Great storyline. Hyde Street from Jeff Johns.
We got a new issue of Redcoat. It's number 11.
Pretty excited by this. A new character is introduced. It's the Northerner. But whose side is he really on?
Whoa.
Yeah, featuring this cool wraparound cover on the A for
Nice.
Brian Hitch. And then we got this B cover by Gary Frank.
We got Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger in the Spawn universe. That is issue number 5. Mm-hmm. And issue number 44 of King Spawn. Ooh, that's a sweet cover.
Yeah, he looks a little scruffy on this one.
Yeah, he does. We got a new issue of the Not for Kids Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, written by Jason Aaron with art by Juan Ferreira. That's number 8.
Featuring an A cover by Jorge Fornes. I like it a lot. We got a 1 in 10 by Oliveros. And a 1 in 25 by Sameja. What's her first name again? Nicola Sameja.
That was me on Saturday.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 8. Love this artist. Looks like Simon Bisley on the interior. It's so
nice. Cool. Here's another one that we're waiting for. It should be here tomorrow. It's Thundercats number 14.
Yeah.
And that wraps up our sci-fi shelf. Or wait, indie superhero and action shelf. Sorry. Moving on down to the fantasy adventure. Another one that we are waiting for. I think this is the last one. There's only 3 of them this week. And that is number 20 of Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah, have that tomorrow.
But we do have the new Usagi Yojimbo. That is number 2 of 10,000 Plums. Part 2 of 5.
Yeah, beautiful cover.
And great comics. By Stan Sakai.
Yeah, wrapping up our fantasy adventure shelf.
That's right. And now, let's see what's new from the DC Universe.
Woo!
Starting with Detective Comics number 1096. Ooh, this is kind of a brutal cover.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Mikkel Janine. Got a Derek Chew open order cover. Only got one of those. And a 1 in 25 by none other than Ashley Wood.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. Detective Comics 1096.
We got a facsimile edition of Batman 615.
Regular and foiled.
Continuing that facsimile reprint of Hush 1. Batman and Superman World's Finest, issue number 38.
Kicking off this big crossover between Justice League Unlimited and World's Finest.
Don't forget Giant Monkey.
Giant Monkey.
We Are Yesterday, part 1.
Dan Mora cover. Got a 1 in 25 by Elizabeth Torque. Good times. Batman, Superman, World's Finest, number 38.
Catwoman, number 75.
Cool cover.
The Original Sins of Selena Kyle. Challengers of the Unknown, number 5 of 6 for the penultimate issue of this miniseries.
This has been fun.
Ultivac Strikes.
Ultivac.
Nice. We got a new issue of DC crossed with Sonic the Hedgehog, number 2 of 5.
Yeah, first issue sold out. It's going back to a second print. We'll see how long number 2 lasts.
Absolute Flash, number 2.
First issue was a lot of fun. It was my pick of the week. Number 2 from Jeff Lemire and Nick Robles. I think we got a Nick Robles cover on A. Got that Jorge Corona cover. Very cool.
Yeah. Oh, it's and somebody else. Sorry. That was the other name I was thinking about.
And we got a 1 in 25 by Andrew McLean.
Nice. Love it.
And a 1 in 50 by Jorge Corona full art variant.
Nice.
All for Absolute Flash number 2.
Also new this week in the DC Universe, The New Gods, number 5 of 12.
Not only is the New Gods almost halfway through this series, they're also getting guest appearances from the Justice League. They also got fantastic cover art by interior artist Evan Cagle, but it also has interior pages from James McLean. We get a double week of James McLean art in the DC Universe.
Wow.
The New Gods, number 5 of 12.
You know what? The only thing I have to say about that, and this is just my own personal editorial, is I'm really happy, James, that you got work at DC, but does that take you away from your own personal project of Headlopper? Because give me some more Headlopper, please. That's all. That's all I have to say. That is editorial and not necessarily the views of Green Brain Comics LLC.
I would zoom in. We would see the tear. All right, here we go.
Also new this week in the DC Universe, Nightwing number 125.
Yeah, Public Enemy number 1.
Ooh, it's kicking off the summer of Superman with this one-shot special. Superman's new era begins. Unlimited adventure, nonstop action. Pew, pew.
That's right. This features a main story from Mark Waid and making his DC debut, Dan Slott, with interior art by Joshua Williamson and a cover with interior pages by Jorge Jimenez. It is Summer of Superman special number 1. And we got this cool crypto variant by Christine Zulo.
Cute.
Yeah, good times.
Love it. Also new this week, Titans number 22.
He's back.
He's back.
Ooh. Uh-oh. We got to show you the spoiler cover.
Uh-oh.
It's Terminator.
Also, Wonder Woman number 20.
Yeah, guess who's guest starting here?
Somebody who's dead, this outline right here.
That's right, Outline Man.
Like, what can come between Wonder Woman and Batman? It's Outline Man.
Who killed Outline Man?
And wrapping up the DC Universe with Zatanna, number 3 of 6.
Interiors written and drawn by Jamal Campbell.
Nice. All right, that wraps up the DC Universe. Now let's see what's new in the Marvel Universe, starting with Superior Avengers.
Woo! This brand new series spinning out of One World Under Doom stars none other than the son of Dr. Doom himself, leading this brand new Avengers team, written by Steve Fox. Got that covered by somebody. Got that other covered by Kyle Hotz. And this 1 in 25 by Alessandro Capuccio. It is Superior Avengers number 1.
Also new this week, Black Widow, modern era epic collection, The Itsy Bitsy Spider.
Classic Black Widow stories that also feature the first appearance of what's her nuts, the other Black Widow.
Oh, Natasha Bustos?
Sure.
That's not it. That's
Boutros Ghali.
That's an artist. Sam Wilson, Captain America, number 4.
Yeah.
Daredevil, Unleash Hell, number 4.
There it is.
In the explicit content polybag.
Following up with more number 4s.
We got a Fantastic Four facsimile issue number 4. It's a 444.
Coming of the Super Submariner. This is one of the most ridiculous Fantastic Four stories in recorded history. Buy it, read it, enjoy it.
I like how he's trying to steal Invisible Woman.
It just gets weirder.
And speaking of Fantastic Four, we got volume 5 of this series, Aliens, Ghosts, and Alternate Earths.
Yeah, another
Ryan
Alex
North?
Ross cover.
Nice. Oh, and then continuing the one-shots of Godzilla versus Marvel characters, this week's is Godzilla versus Hulk.
All right, I'm just going to cut to the chase. No more suspense. This is my pick of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the finest Godzilla comics of the last year. It takes place in the old-timey days, back when Godzilla was initially being published by Marvel Comics. And it's featuring a great re-team up, re-tag match between Godzilla and Hulk from Jerry Duggan, with a cover and interiors by Giuseppe Camuncoli, with a Nick Bradshaw cover featuring Jet Jaguar. Ladies and gentlemen, you know I'm such a mark. This is my biggest pick of the week of the week.
Your biggest pick of the week of the week?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just trying to make it sound more dramatic.
Oh, okay. Also new this week, we got Iron Man number 7, The Insurgent Iron Man Part 2.
Yeah, tying in with One World Under Doom, we get a Crimson Dynamo appearance. Yeah.
Crack.
Lots of robot punching.
Power Man Timeless number 3.
From Jackson Kelly? No, those guys, yeah.
Predator versus Black Panther trade paperback.
Too many names. This is written by Ben Percy, yes, and is the second of 3 miniseries, first of which is Predator versus Wolverine. And they're going to be starting the next one, Predator versus Spider-Man, very soon.
Whoa. Spectacular Spider-Man number 14.
Oh yeah, going up against the Lizard.
Ooh, here's a new number 1. It's Web of Venomverse Fresh Brain.
All kind of new Venoms, including Venomouse. He's a mouse, and he's infected with the Venom symbiote.
Nice.
Venom Mouse.
But also brains.
Yeah, and it's got some fantastic art on the interior with Luciano Vecchio, Juan Jose Reap. It gets gross.
Is it a series or a one-shot?
It is I think it's a 3-parter anthology.
Nice. We got the Ultimate Black Panther trade paperback, volume 2.
Collecting that second arc.
As well as the Ultimate Wolverine issue number 4.
Yeah, Chris Condon, Alejandro Capuccio, who did this A cover.
Where he fights a bear.
Fight the Bear. We got this B cover from David. Aha.
Nice.
And a 1 in 25 by somebody. I don't know. It's cool.
Marvel really could take a cue from DC and put the cover artist name right on the cover. Mm-hmm. Again, my personal editorial.
If you're listening.
If you're listening. We got Cable Love and Chrome issue number 4.
Cool cover.
Mm-hmm. And while this is Wolverine number 8, it is legacy numbering number 400. You made it, Wolverine, 400 issues.
This anniversary issue features a couple different chapters, most of which are written by Saladin Ahmed, with art by Martin Kokolo, who did this A cover. I think we got a couple. Oh, yeah, we got a couple other covers. Got this Daniel Warren Johnson cover.
Nice.
Who also does a short story in here.
Awesome.
And a Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection variant by somebody, Bengus, I think it's called. Yes.
Nice.
Wolverine number 8. Wolverine number 400 legacy number words.
We also got a trade paperback of Wolverine Deep Cut.
Collecting that recent miniseries from the past.
As well as X Factor number 9.
From Mark Russell, Greg Land cover.
Whoa, what's going on with his feet?
He's got mechanical feet.
Exceptional X-Men number 8.
Creepy Mr. Sinister.
Mm-hmm. As per the usual. That wraps up the Marvel Universe. Now we just got one more over here in Star Wars. Let's check this one out real quick. It's Star Wars Legacy of Vader number 3, Ghost of Tatooine.
Cool Derek Chew cover.
Nice. Is that the guy from The Matrix, Neo?
It's the other guy.
It's that other guy from The Matrix. Cowboy Curtis. It's none of those guys. All right, that's everything. Hitting the Rex tomorrow, Wednesday, April 16th, 2025 at Green Brain Comics. Woo!
That's right.
Hopefully you saw something that you are excited about and can't wait to come in and check out these amazing new comics this week.
And if you're confused by my biggest pick of the week exclamation, I'll try to explain it to you when you come by.
All right.
And then...
All right. Quick upcoming events recap. Let's see. Thanks, everybody, for coming out to the Drink-A-Draw on Friday. That was a good time. And everyone that stopped by our booth at the Detroit Toy and Comic Book Show at the Dearborn Civic Center. And then coming up, we have none other than Superman Day on Friday, the 18th. Here at Green Brain Comics, we are going to have specially marked free Superman comics, Superman books on sale, and Superman cartoons playing in the store.
Mm-hmm. Showing them cartoons.
Any other special things to show the kids?
No,
Superman
it's pretty low management event. Come by, get some free comics.
Hooray!
Watch some cartoons.
And then as
discounts. Did we say discounts?
I did.
Right.
Superman books on sale.
Cool.
And then, as a reminder, we will be closed on Sunday, April 20th, in honor of Easter Sunday. And then on Monday, we'll be right back at it with April's Brain Candy event. Brain Candy is a live rotating showcase of artists, writers, and musicians all performing live, courtesy of the Emerging Writers Network and Green Brain Comics. The event is absolutely no charge to attend. Come out and support these local artists.
Got poetry from Ken Mizell, music from Kevin Mizell, the prose of Jason Climb, and visual art of Jeff Van Zant. It all happens on Brain Candy 67, Monday, April 21st.
At 7 p.m. That event runs 7 to 9 p.m.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, next Saturday, a week from Saturday, is going to be Independent Bookstore Day, of which we are participating, and that kicks off the Michigan Book Hop. So if you are hopping around to local Michigan bookstores with your bingo card, we are a stop on that hop. And then, just 1 week from then, is Free Comic Book Day. That's right. Saturday, May 3rd is our biggest event of the year with Free Comic Book Day, and we are having a doozy of an event this year. We're getting the band back together with a bunch of local artists that we haven't had in for Free Comic Book Day in a while, a bunch of local stars that we are super excited to have back here. So we'll be making that big announcement like any second now.
Yeah, we'll have a city official or two swinging by during the earlier part of the day, and you never know who you're going to bump into at the event.
That's right. Of course, there's 3 free comics for everyone that comes by, and always ways to get more by donating to our food drive for Gleaners or to the animal shelter, and wearing a costume, a couple other different ways to get extra free comics. So lots of free comics to be had, and deals inside the store, and local artists in the tent. It's gonna be a hootenanny. Woo! Yes, and that is Saturday, May 3rd. Get ready. Bam. All right. That's the events. Do you want to talk about your video or?
Oh yeah, you can join us back here on YouTube this Friday at 6. I'll be back for a final order report telling you all about the books that are going to print next week and how to get your orders in.
All right. Bam-a-lam. Thanks for tuning into this week's episode of BrainScan. We do this live every Tuesday at 6:30 on our YouTube channel, so be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe so that we stay in your feed and you never miss an episode. Stay up to date on all of our happenings. We are Green Brain Comics on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Blue Sky. Check out our web store at greenbraincomics.com and our retailing partner at COMICHUB.com, where you can do pre-orders so you never miss any of your favorite books.
Thanks everybody for joining us in the chat. Looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow.
Yay! All right, we are spreading the love of comics and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown Dearborn since 1985. Happy 40th anniversary. Feed your brain! At Green Brain Comics. Woo!